So Arya, so we are given a question where we have n students, right? And for the first kind of what we want to do is we want to store this n we want to store the records of this n student, and the records are basically saying what is the name of the student and how much marks he got. So there was first student is Chi, he got 20 marks, Beta who got 50 marks, and the Alpha who got 50 marks, right? Now what you want to do is you want to tell me that who is the second lowest, right? So second lowest in this case is 20 is the lowest, and second lowest is 50, and then 50 again, right? So because 50 means 2 times 2 people got 50, and that is the second lowest in the class. Okay, and what we do is once we got 2 lowest, we want to write the name of both the lowest in the ascending order. So Alpha comes first, Beta comes later. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is, if we have this, right, let's can you copy it?
No.
We cannot copy it. Okay, so we're gonna go here in our Tony, right, and we're gonna write records. We're going to write records. We're gonna say equal to. We're gonna write the first one is, I don't know, first, second, third, and we're just gonna copy paste all of these one, right? You want to copy paste all of them, okay? Okay, now it's become a little tricky. So we're gonna Harry. So Harry is gonna be string. Barry is gonna be string.
Tina's gonna be string.
Tina is gonna be string.
Tina was the annoying person because she keeps on coming.
Akriti is gonna be the next one, and Harsh is gonna be the last one. And then we separate them by comma, 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 comma.
Tina's annoying. Tina's annoying.
Comma. Okay, so we got all of them. Now we just put them inside the lists. The reason we put them inside the list.
The reason what?
The reason we are doing it this way is because
It's
it's
easier.
easier to do debugging in Thony. Right.
Harsh. But then Harsh is a weird name.
Okay, so now Arya, what can you do? So do you remember what is a map? Do you remember what is a set?
Yeah. So set is like a thing
Set is a thing.
that has a lots of stuff in it, and it's easy to
Okay, so the
find.
way you define a set is basically a container. Container means you can store things inside
Oh,
it.
container.
It's just you can store things inside it. Like list is a container, set is a container, tuple is a container. So you
That's
can
the
you can put things inside it, right? That's why they are called container. So set is a container where you can store only unique things.
Unique.
Unique things, right?
Yeah.
So in this problem, what is happening is that we also want to store all the unique numbers, right? But we also want to store, for each of these unique number, we want to store all their names,
Names.
right? So in the set, we can store the keys, right? All the unique things, but we cannot store anything along with them, right? But in a map, we can store all the unique thing, but we can also store something along them. So we're gonna show you how do you do that. Okay, so let's call it the student map, student,
Map.
and we call it the map. And the way you make is like this. You make the map like
That.
this. Okay, not the square bracket, this one. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to put all the item in the map. Okay, so what we'll do is that we'll say for student
Map.
in records. So we have each individual student at a time, right? No, so we're gonna get the first time is Harry and the number, and then the Barry and the
index.
no, we just want to go by student one by one, each student one by one. So what we want to do is we have the score of the student, right? And the name. So score of the student is gonna be student, which is the score?
Score.
1, right?
1, yeah.
And the name of the student is student
1.
0,
0.
right? So we got the name and the student, right? Now we want to store this in the map, right? So what do we want to do? So we want to
You make a map like that.
yeah, so we want to check if the score is in the map. So we say if
Or
score
do you mean set?
in student map. So this is, we can ask anything. So if the score is in map,
Student map.
if it's in there or not. Okay. So if it's there, then what we do? We say student map. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we say okay, score dot append, and then we say name. And you're using whatever you're doing. You don't understand anything, right?
Yeah.
We say else. Else what we do is student.
I'm not getting anything.
You're not getting it.
Yeah.
We're gonna explain it. Don't worry. We're gonna discuss it because this is a very good question for
Are
map.
you?
Map.
Map?
Yep. No, sorry, not append. Name. Okay.
Done? Something else.
Yep, we're gonna print it now. Oh, print.
That
Print
was a
in.
quick program.
We're gonna print it. We'll show you not like quick program, but we want to show you student.
Student
Map.
B.
Okay, so let's run it. Oh, it didn't fail because we did not put the colon. Records.
Records.
You did not write the right spelling of the record. Okay, so let's run it again. We student 0,
And object is not
student 1, student 0. Why?
It's not
Line number 7.
line number 7.
What's wrong with the student? Print. Aha. You forget to put this one, right? That's why it was not working. I was wondering why it's not working. Okay. So now what you got? Do you see?
32.
See quickly. You got 37.21, which is 37.21. How many 37.21 are there, student? Harry and
Berry.
Barry. You got Tina, which is 37.2. There is only one. You got 41, which is only Akriti, and you got Harsh, which is only 39. So you understand what we did? We got all the unique numbers, and then for that number, whichever was the student, right?
Yeah.
We got that, right? So-
no, I know.
So now what we need to do is we want to somehow get all this thing, and we want to get the second lower, like we want to maybe sort this thing, right?
Yeah.
We want to
Sort.
sort this thing,
But
right?
it's really hard.
Hmm?
So I don't know how to sort.
You don't know how to sort?
Yeah. Who were me?
Who are me? Yeah.
Not a good coach.
Yeah. So what you want to do is, okay, let's look at it. So what you can do. But let's understand what we did here, right? So initially we started with a empty map.
List.
We started with the empty
List.
map, not a list. This is a map, not a list. List is square bracket. So it started with an empty map. We said we have a name and a score. So the current student 0th is the name, and first is the score. 0th is the name, and the first is the score. We said if the score is in the student map, which means that this key thing, right? The
Yeah.
first thing is the key thing. Is it in the map? The answer is no, because nothing is in the map.
What key thing? The like
the first thing is the key,
Key.
and the second thing is value.
Value.
First thing is
Key.
key, the second thing is
Value.
value. First thing is key, the second thing is value. First thing is key, the second thing is value. So when we say when in the map, when we say if something is in the student map, what does it mean is we are asking if the key exists. You know how what I mean the set में when we'll ask if something exists the same way, it is like a set.
Yeah.
So you're asking if let's say you are asking if 37.21 is there. So it says, oh, 37.2 is well is here. If you say 37.2 is there, 37.2 is here. Okay, so that's the way it will. If you ask for something, it will check for the keys, not the values. It doesn't care what the values are, but values are useful other place. So we're gonna talk about how. So if it's there, yeah, if it's there, then what we want to do is that, let's say if it's not there, we're gonna talk about first is it's not there, right? So if it's not there, what we want to do is we say that we want to store a new value for the given key. So for this given score, we want to store a new value. And what is that value? It's a list containing the name. Okay, so we're gonna debug it. We're gonna debug it. We're gonna debug it to show you how it works. We're gonna debug it. Okay. We just wanted to we start with here. Yeah, we're gonna come, stop, we debug it. So we come here. So what is the situation? Where is the variables? So you can see, right?
Let me see.
So you can see, right? Name is Harry, and the value name is Harry, and the value is score is 37.21. So the name is Harry, and the score is 37.21. Now what we want to do is our student map is empty. So is the score is in the map? No, it's empty. So we go to the else part. So we go step over, we go to the else part. What we are saying is that we want to, in the student map, we want to store a key called score, and then we want to store an empty list there. Okay, so we do step over and let's see what happened. So we stored 37.21 and the value is the list containing the name Harry. List containing the name Harry, right? You got it, right? Now let's go to the next one. So next one is Barry, and the score is again same, right? 37.21. So now what will happen? Okay. So now what will happen? We go again this one. We go into this part. Now because the score 37.21 is there in the map, right? So what we'll do? This time we don't want to create a new list. Because we already have the list, we just append to it the new name. So now originally we have Harry in the list. But we're gonna add next to the Harry the new name, which is gonna be Barry. So we're gonna go step over, and you see now Harry was there and we added the Barry to the list, the same list. So you see the way we are able to, now we are able to get all the unique numbers, and for each number we are able to store what are the names were there, right? So we are able to get all that thing. Okay, so you understand, right, this part? Now the hard part. Now what we want to do is we want to kind of sort it, right? We want to kind of sort it. Huh?
I'm just saying the hard part.
So what you can do, Arya? So maybe how do you sort a list? Remember?
Sort?
Yeah. So you said, well, we can sort it, right? But we know how to sort a list. Like we say list dot sort. But where is the list? We don't have the list right now. So we need to convert it back to the list. So let's say we say for item. So let's say for key in student map. Okay, student. So let's see what happens if we do that. We do this one, print key. So what happens now? Let's say if I run it. So I'm printing all the keys,
Yeah.
right? We're printing all the keys.
Keys.
And how do I get all the arrays, all the list also, student? So I can get student
And
underscore map,
map.
and then I say keys,
Keys.
key. Now I get all the,
Keys.
so I got all the numbers,
Numbers.
and I got all the student with that number,
Ah.
right?
Yeah.
Now
And
what I
it's
need to
just
do?
the same thing, like.
Now what I want to do?
Words.
What about now? What I can do is basically maybe I can put another list. Let's call it the
List.
LL2, LL whatever, like list, and we store it and make it empty. Now what we can do is we can say LL dot append, and we want to store a new list where we store the key,
Key.
and then we store the
Paste.
right, and let's print that in the end. Print
Print.
LL, right? Now what happened? I got I got a list containing a list where I got all the numbers, and all that for all that number we got the students, right?
Yeah.
Now the only thing we want to do is, Arya, we want to sort it. Remember?
Not sort.
We want to do?
Sort.
We want to sort it. Now if we sort it, what will happen, Arya? Let's say LL dot
Sort.
sort. Let's see what happens now. Did it sort it?
Yeah.
It seems like it did sort it, right?
Yeah.
It did sort it. What did it do? It just picked the first value, and it based upon that it kind of sort it. Now what I need to do is I need to just print. I just need to print
Print.
the second item, right?
Second.
The second one, right? That is gonna be Harry and Barry.
Yeah.
Harry and Barry, and I don't want to print the first item. I want to print the second item again in this one. So that will be Harry and Barry, right?
Yay! This one
Okay.
was much easier.
So let's copy paste this thing. Let's copy paste this thing, and we go to your question. And oh, we need to write that down, right? So you need to, oh what? See, this is the problem. It's kind of forgotten all the.
Invitation.
It kind of forgotten all the invitation.
Records again. What happened to records?
You did not create the record, right?
Eh.
LL sort, and then they want to print.
That's such a silly Billy.
LL2, and you want to print. You want to print this one for item in LL. LL2. You want to print print item. Okay. So now student map is there. What is happening? Okay, there's two spaces, I guess. Yeah. So the only thing we want to do is we want to create this record things, right? We did not create the records, right? How do you create it? So you say record is equal to empty, and then you want to say records dot append, and then you say square bracket, you write name, and then comma score. Okay. So this is what we wanted to do. Okay.
Run code. Can we go down? Come on, submit, please.
Oh, we got wrong answer. Barry Harry.
Oh.
Barry Harry. Do you know why we got Barry Harry? Because we did not sort this list, right?
Yeah.
So we want to do LL2 dot sort this list, and we should get probably now.
Oh.
And now we got,
Carry Berry.
and do we submit it? We got everything right.
Yay!